Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Auburn Tigers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Turns into the pile. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Longhorns offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. One thing that has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease. It's McCutcheon.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Throwing Manning. Gets rid of it. In traffic, it's Wingo. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's McCutcheon. He's got enough. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McCutcheon. There's a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first. Fires downfield. Got the tight end outside. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Rush is on. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And that second down completion was anything but helpful. Threw it in reverse, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd, fighting for it.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Looking for the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires it incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup. And they'll mark him down at the 28.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field, stretch it vertically, and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch is going to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Sells the run, looking to pass. Complete downfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
Finds his man on the RPO. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go. Go.
Hand it to the back. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Let's go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band... Well, start playing.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, falls right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Finds space. It's McCutcheon. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Arch Madness. They're all over him. Fires complete on the crosser. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's McCutcheon. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To throw, Manning. Makes the grab. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Got a little grass. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense? 2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Powers forward. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll... on downs.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for room. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Wilson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now the Longhorns will call the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Arts to throw. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Bishop. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And as we get deep in this 1st half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the plane. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. 1st down, he'll keep it. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Rutgers taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the home team in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this 2nd half.
Just about set here in the 2nd half as Auburn about to kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Right back to it. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback will keep it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And this defense has got to be jacked up.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Drag to the ground, but not before he's converted a fourth down to keep the drive going.
4th and 1, I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. He's changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Manning turns it upfield. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces the punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Right back to the well. Swamped immediately.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They give it back to him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have bounce. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up as a 26 with the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The run inside. It's McCutcheon. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wilson on the carry. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Hauls it in. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense, you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Trying to squeak through the pile. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Maybe some room here. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Working the ground game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quick completion on the out. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Pulls and fires complete. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They'll run it with Wilson. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Manning to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Townsend. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Surging forward on the sneak. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. Now the Tigers will spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for room. It's McCutcheon. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Drops back on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations. With this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Bought a little time, lets it go. This time he's got it. Oh, what a move to get open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Here's a throw downfield late. Goes high to pull it in. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He's looking to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They go to the wide receiver screen, and the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single...
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Look out! Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Auburn! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations.